YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10, and what I got for you today is some more NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Now, I might be a little bit late to the party, but what I have for you today is the best 71-point Donovan Mitchell build. Now, I will tell you this build does come with an even spread of badge points everywhere, and it can do everything you expect from Donovan Mitchell. Now, as you know, he is the starting shooting guard, right-handed, jersey number 45 for the one and only Cleveland Cavaliers, formerly a member of the Utah Jazz. Height-wise, this is the funny thing, he does come in at 6'1", which is incredibly undersized for a shooting guard, but weighs about 215 pounds, which puts him in about the same weight class as majority, and then has an incredible wingspan of 6'10". I stand at 6 feet, and mine's about 6'4", 6'5", and I think that's impressive. So for his, yeah. Body shape, obviously, I usually go compact just because defined looks too bulky to me and it makes you feel like your play is going too slow. Speaking of which, I just played a couple rec games and I'm not going to lie to you, ever since I got Gym Rat, that Paul George build has felt so nice that at an 87 overall, I am running it, and in the rec, I'm averaging about 60% from 3 and able to make my way around people. But I also got to say, shout out to all of you for all the support you've been showing to the channel. It is highly appreciated. Hopefully, the Paul George build gameplay goes up today, and hopefully you guys show a lot of support to that, in which case, thank you for all the stuff you've done. I really am enjoying it. But I also got to say, if you like today's content and you want to see more content like this, hit that like button, because the more likes we get on these videos, the more I feel like you guys want to see more and the more I create. Also, drop a comment down below telling me what build you want to see, whether it's another player build or whether you think there's criticisms of this build and where you change it and want to improve it. And lastly but not least, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, do me a favor, go and hit that subscribe button as well as turning post notifications on. Now, getting first things first, we got to deal with the physicals. Decided to go with an 85 XL with an 81 speed, just because, as everybody knows, XL plays a big part in this game. When it comes to stamina, decided to go with a 90. I usually go with like an 85, 86, but went with a 90 on this build just because, trust me, you will be using a lot of it offensively. And then obviously on the vertical, went with an 85. Strength-wise, only gave it a 44 just because, yeah, I was not going for bully. Now, that's the physicals wrapped up, getting straight into the finishing. First things first, as you can expect, you got to get at least the small contact dunks with an 85 vert, but you also got to get that gold limitless takeoff with an 86 on the drive and dunk. Then when it comes to the driving layup, I decided to go with an 89 because something some people are missing is Donovan Mitchell is one of those players who's highly gifted, especially at his ability to finish at the cup through contact on dunks, as well as his ability to just be he's hard as hell to stop when he's getting to the hole. Now, I decided to go with a 69 when it came to the close shot just because that was the bare minimum I needed to get 23 total badge points on this build. Technically speaking, I almost did push it all the way up to about 78 so I could get 24, but then they hit me. I only need 23 because the plan here would be spread the first 10 badge points down here, most likely getting Fearless Finisher and Acrobat. Actually, Fearless Finisher, Giant Slayer, and then most likely something along the lines of Masher. And then I was going to core Slithery and put on Limitless and Posterizer just so that we have an ability to finish at the cup. Now, as you can see, that does allow us to finish with 23 total finishing badges, which is quite elite. Now, shooting-wise, this is where things got a little bit strange. I decided to go with an 85 on the 3-ball, initially leaving it at an 83 because that gets us 17 total badge points. But then an 85 gets us to Silver Limitless Take. And then on the mid-range, decided to go with an 86 because that helped with the badge count, getting us up to 24, as well as allowing us to get gold blinders, as well as Hall of Fame guard up. Claymore obviously stays at a gold because we could have gotten it at Hall of Fame with an extra badge point, but I might tweak something to get that up, but we left it this way. And then we put the free throw up to a 75 just because when you go into the rec, you want to be able to knock down free throws. Shout out to Bots. He knows who he is. Missed some of the most clutch free throws I've ever seen in my life, but this gives you 24 total shooting badge points. Again, I would personally core blinders, and then it's between how you want to play it. I'd go along the lines of Limitless Range and Agent 3, and then spread the rest of the badge points through the Tier 1 and Tier 2 standings. Now, playmaking-wise, the build is standout with Hall of Fame Quick First Step because it is a Donovan Mitchell build. And then also, when it comes to pass accuracy, you got to put this up to an 80, which allows us to get gold, dimer, and floor general. And then pass speed of ball, sorry, we always go up to a 76 just because it allows you to get that +1 badge point there as well. Now, as you can see, again, in my situation, core killer combos, slap on mismatch. Nah, I wouldn't slap on mismatch expert. I slap on handles for days. And then I'd obviously get Hall of Fame Quick First Step. Unpluckable, it's now choosable on what you want because of how they nerf steals. It's not too necessary to run it at the highest level possible. So that again is up to you. Then lastly but not least, defensively, this is where I think the build really stands out because we managed to get a 92 when it comes to the perimeter defense, allowing us to get gold clamps and gold challenger. And then when it came to the steal, we also managed to get a 91, which allowed us to get gold interceptor and silver glove. Now, I know, ironically, I could have gone for getting at least gold glove as well. I did initially put this up to like a 95 to get gold glove, but then I remembered one thing, they have patched steals, in which case it's easier to get steals through interceptor than it is glove now, so it's better to have gold interceptor and not worry too much about gold glove. Now, as you can see, this does allow us to finish with 25 total defensive badge points, which is where it is key, because again, You can easily slap on Hall of Fame ankle braces paired up with Hall of Fame Workhorse, which is 12 badge points. And then from there, I'd do something along the lines of core and clamps. And then you got 12, 19, 12. You still got 13 total badge points to play with, which you can slap on Challenger and Interceptor, plus with the +4 you get from having played previous seasons, played through my career, you can slap one here, which allows you to get Clamps, Challenger, and Interceptor all at gold on this build, and then you can spread the other 3 however you wish. Plus, this season there is a +1 on badge points, and if you've completed previous seasons, you get another +1, meaning in grand total, this build can get you 25, 47, 81, 100. This is a 110 badge point Donovan Mitchell build. That's gonna be the title. But yeah, now getting straight into takeovers, the very first one I'd go with is finishing moves, because as it sells, helps you absorb and finish through contact on layups, dunks, and alley-oops. That basically screams Donovan Mitchell. Second thing you could go with is ankle breaking shots, because that is what he gets to. But I'm assuming most of you will want to run something along the lines of limitless range, just because yeah, you love to extend your shooting ability well beyond the 3-point line, and that will really help you. Now, the players it says we managed to get in the shades of for this build happen to be none other than Allen Iverson, Tyrese Maxey, and Bradley Beal. This is mainly because of the fact that we managed to put the ball handling so high and the shooting so high, because with Donovan Mitchell, I'm expecting a lot of finishing, a lot of playmaking, some defense, and very terrible shooting, but we managed to get it all the way through. And as we know, in this 71-point game, there was a lot of shooting, a lot of breaking people down, and a lot of finishing. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, which if you did, don't forget to do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as well as turning post notifications on. And also, don't forget to drop a comment, tell me what build you want to see next, as well as some criticisms or some, pros you see to this build. But yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.